Hello, and welcome to channel Ein Our Key, and I am your host, Voluntary. Welcome back. So, in July, I broke my back. As soon as I was declared better, I badly bruised a rib. Now I'm actually in good shape for the first time in months, and I have to speak out about this whole effort by some to use court action to suppress Donald Trump, and effort by others to use the 14th Amendment to exclude him from the ballot. First of all, I want to deal with the easier issue, the 14th Amendment issue. As of the recording of this video, there have been 0 convictions. Those who support using the 14th Amendment are all acting prematurely. Yes, he was impeached twice. There is a legal term that is analogous to impeachment, and it is accusation. Accusations are not convictions. Those who support using the 14th Amendment should shut up until they have an actual conviction. Anyone can be accused. I could right now accuse Biden of whatever, but it wouldn't matter because, well, first of all, I'm only a YouTuber, but second of all, accusations are not convictions. Now on to the rest of the story. The effort against Donald Trump must either succeed completely or it will backfire completely. This is true whether one supports Trump or opposes Trump. It is simply a matter of understanding the reaction of the public. The two options are either total success or total failure. Total success means the case against him, when finally presented to the public, must be strong, must be ironclad. First of all, no technicalities, no vague, obscure, legalistic charges. The actual charges must be hardcore violations that everyone would say, if this is true, it is wrong. In a normal court case, the first step is, if everything alleged is true, does it rise to the level of a crime? In this case, it must be even stronger. Saying monies were distributed improperly won't cut it. Saying documents were stored improperly won't cut it. Saying he misrepresented his net worth won't cut it. Also, saying he tried to challenge the result of an election won't cut it. The accusations themselves must be strong enough for even Trump's supporters to notice. Once the accusation rises to a sufficient level, then the case itself must be incredibly strong. It must go far beyond people on the other side of the aisle testifying that they don't like Trump. That might work for anyone less than Trump. But given his stature, deserved or not, the case itself must be so strong that all but the most die-hard of Trump supporters must concede it is a real case. The case must be strong enough that the Republican Party leadership can safely say, for reasons, we are not allowing him to be our candidate. Even then, they have to get an actual conviction before anything else can move forward. So, supposing the case isn't as strong, yet results in a conviction, that is when it backfires completely. We are already seeing the result right now. Trump is already campaigning on how he is being persecuted, and his supporters are eating it up. As long as he can claim political persecution, his numbers keep going up. Also, Biden will suffer from Trump claiming persecution. The only way Trump cannot use this effectively is if the case is rock solid. If he is convicted, then either he goes to jail or he doesn't. If he doesn't go to jail, Trump can have a laugh that out even if a rigged court convicts him, they still can't send him to jail. If he does go to jail, then he can claim that Biden has reached fascistic levels of despotism by jailing political opponents. Heads I win, tails you lose. If the case isn't strong enough, either of these lines of rhetoric will support Trump much more than a successful conviction will support Biden. Getting a case that strong will be hard. There are still people today who think Bush was justified in invading Iraq and starting the war on terror. There are still people today who think Obama had a scandal-free presidency. There are people right now who think Biden doesn't have advanced dementia. These people aren't exactly on the fringe of their respective political factions. What makes it worse for Trump's opponents is every single judgment pronounced before verdict. Gag orders, restraints on trade, and especially the dissolution of the Trump Organization without a trial. Those are abusive against Trump for obscure technical charges. In general, the average person has a decent grasp on what is right and wrong, what should definitely be considered criminal. Don't assault, don't murder, don't steal, etc. None of these charges meets that particular common sense standard. Explaining it to the people who the elite want to convince will be a daunting task. And if they can't explain, see, even though this is technical, it proves how bad Trump is, it will look like persecution. If there is one thing the American public doesn't like, it is seeing someone persecuted for standing up to authority. If they see a bully tormenting an underdog, it stirs something in the American spirit. That's one reason the US gets foolishly drawn into wars that don't concern the US, such as the Serbian conflict or the Ukraine conflict. Now, a conviction on the charges as they stand will convince Trump's opponents that he is guilty of sin. It will convince Trump's supporters that he is being persecuted for being right. The middle? It's harder to say, but it probably won't sit well with them either. As for me, it will show me that the inner circle of the ruling class is more afraid of him than I thought. This case is going to be a tough sell. That's why this will make it harder to beat Trump. Thank you for watching. We're now in the double digits for subscribers, and hopefully we will only keep growing. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe to help my channel grow.